I messed up.
Alright, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Thomas and the Suspects. Me and the crew, today we have a special guest.
Guerrero got the logo. Hello.
And then today we're just going to do the same thing where we just talk about true crime events. I kind of shared last podcast where we kind of go over, so we'll just let Gabe take the show. Gabe?
Alright, so I've been researching about this podcast, but it's good now? Alright. So, are you familiar with the case of Pai Xiao Yan?
Pai Xiao Yan?
I haven't heard of it on the show.
Haven't heard of that.
Oh, this is gonna be great. Okay, so
Where's she from?
she's from Taiwan.
Taiwan.
Yeah, so there I
China
watched.
or Japan?
No, that's Middle East. What kind of question is that? Taiwan.
Geography.
Taiwan. Did you study?
Whoever's a geography teacher needs to come get
Not in
busy.
Japan.
Is that you with the Kilgore?
Not
I
in
thought you with the Cody Kilgore. You should know this.
I would not be surprised.
Okay.
I would
If
not
you
be
said Texas was a country.
Okay.
Okay.
So she was from Taiwan. What else?
Correct. So wait, hold on. I need to make sure my docs are here. So Pai Xiao Yang has a mother. This mother is named what? Oh yeah. So Pai Xiao Yang has a mother. This mother, her name is Pai Bingbing. She's a famous actress in Taiwan. And I'd love to start with her story first because it will lead to the eventual case of the daughter. It's crazy. Alright, so Pai Bingbing was born in an impoverished family in Keelung. She dropped out in her high school years to do singing and acting. It was during her, I think it was the year 1973, when she participated in this singing competition and she won, which led her to pursue an acting career and singing career. And during those eventual years, like the years after that, she did training in Japan and had an affair with a martial artist, enthusiast, writer, and what else? Also a manga artist, Kiji,
And this is all in Taiwan.
Iki Kajiwara. No, so what is Pai Bingbing? I'll just call her Bingbing throughout this podcast. Bingbing met Kiji in Japan. That's where they met. And 3 years later, I think it was the year. Wait, hold on. So it was the year 1978. It was the year 1978 when she was married with Kiji. Apparently Kiji was actually having affairs with other women without her knowing.
Damn.
Yeah. So not only did he commit adultery, wasn't it? Yeah. He also did domestic violence towards her. And in the same year, they had a daughter named Pai Xiao Yan, which is the case we're going to talk about now.
Okay.
And this isn't even the beginning of the case. This is just the origins of the mother. So after that, they had a divorce, obviously, because of the crime that Kiji committed. So she became a single mother in Taiwan. She went back to Taiwan with Pai Xiao Yan.
Mm-hmm.
And during those years back in Taiwan, she became famous for her acting in different film projects, TV projects, a lot of things. She just became famous there.
Yes.
But that was just the beginning of the story. That wasn't even the crime that happened. So it actually starts at April 14th, 1997. Oh, I also have to talk about, there's like a huge gap during those 20 years. During those years that she was just pursuing her career acting, she became slowly but surely she became famous. But as well as her daughter, she also became famous as well. So they were basically a duo of, what's the right word, of notoriety. They were just notorious for their skills and prowess. And again, I keep telling this, but that wasn't the beginning. it actually starts at April 14th, 1997. And I wrote here that a warm morning in southern Taipei. So Taipei is the capital city of Taiwan. They live there, and they live down south in Taipei. She was gonna go to her high school building, or not high school building. She was telling her mom, telling Pai Bingbing, the mom, that she was gonna go to the high school because it's a weekday, right? It's a weekday, and the high school building is called Singwu. And between the time she walked out of the house to the high school, she vanished. She went missing.
So as soon as she walked out of the high school.
No, not walked out of high school. She
Of
went
her
out
house.
of her house. It was like somewhere around morning.
They think aliens?
No.
Yeah, has to be
If
aliens.
it were aliens, then this
Jaden,
would be a
no.
conspiracy. No,
It was
so
aliens.
Of aliens.
Yeah.
yeah, so what happened was there were a group of men that kidnapped her in a white van. And as stereotypical as it sounds, that's
Yeah.
actually what happened. And it gets even crazier. So 4 p.m., same day, April 14th, Pai Bingbing comes back, right? Doesn't see her daughter. Where is she, right? And she had a phone call. She gets this phone call, right? She gets this phone call from the perpetrators that kidnapped Pai Xiaoyan. It was a ransom. They want $5 million in order for her to be back.
Wait, US dollars or?
You would be crazy to know, 5 million USD dollars. Not the currency they have, 5 million USD dollars. And that was back in 1997. Till now, that would be $9,999,700. There's somewhere $9 million, somewhere there. Estimated to be $9 million. And she didn't have that kind of money. And the perpetrators, I'll tell their names later on, but the perpetrators, they said that they were going to kill her if they told this to the police. So what Pai Bingbing did, she still reported it to the police, but with discreet. Oh man, I forgot about something too. So after the what do you call this? After the ransom and the phone call, they told her to go outside, right?
The mom?
The mom. She goes outside, and she looks in like one of the bushes. There's her lunchbox, right? Her lunchbox.
So they
And-
kind of like left clues.
Left clues, yeah. There's
So
this
like,
lunchbox.
I got your daughter.
Yeah, got her, like, I got your daughter. If you don't pay $5 million, she's gonna die. If you
What's
tell
your-
this to the police, then she's gonna die too.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Oh. No screams today. Also, so what happened was, anyways, we're gonna continue with the story with the ransom note. So in the lunchbox there was a ransom note, and it was Pai Xiaoyan's handwriting. It was her penmanship, and it was explaining the same thing, like, I'm hurt, I was kidnapped, and don't tell this to police, because if you tell this to police, they're gonna kill me. Help me, so on and so forth. It was just a note about how she wanted to be helped. And online, you can search this up. I think there's a letter, the same letter that was written as well. But I recommend you to not look at it because I was a bit traumatized as well.
Is it like really like
It's
gruesome?
not. No, it's not gruesome, but it's just like a normal. What do you call this? It's normally handwritten, but knowing the context, it's a bit scary for me. Yeah. So, anyways, that wasn't even the disturbing part. Under it, well, this is from what I've heard in the case, that under the lunchbox, there's this photo of her with a gag and she's tied up. And then there's another one. This is crazy. There's a tissue wrap, and there's something wrapped with tissue. Guess what it is?
Her tongue.
No.
Finger.
Yeah, her
I was
finger.
about to say teeth.
Yeah, so her finger was when one of the what do you call this,
The rag.
wrapped around the tissue. Next, after that happened, of course, she's disturbed. She's freaking out. So she calls the police. But you know how the perpetrators, they were talking about, if you say this to the police or if you report this to the police, then she's gonna get killed. She made sure to be discreet about it, to make sure it was in secret, so they wouldn't know that she was being, or what do you call this? Yeah,
She
he
wasn't
was.
being kidnapped.
She was being kidnapped because, as you know, Pai Bingbing, as of that time, was a famous actress. So if anything that was shown in media, it's gonna be blown away. Everyone's gonna know it, and guess what's gonna happen? It's gonna be shown in TV. It's gonna be seen by the criminals. It's over. She's gonna die, right?
Yeah, well, you think that her being like a famous actress and stuff, you think there'd be like more people to help out, like help find her and stuff like that?
Yeah, you will be surprised on how horrible this case is, because you'll see what the media does, and it pisses me off. So, what happened was, after they reported this to the police came to her house. She explained everything, so on and so forth. Just the most, it just more common sense here and there. But they explicitly, or the mother, Pai Bingbing, she explicitly told the police, the officers, to not tell anyone for 12 days, a blackout. I'm pretty sure they call that a blackout, like the term they use for, or like secret investigations. They do blackout first, so no one in the public will know before it's actually shown.
Like released to the public.
Yeah, so next day,
Oh, hold on. He's getting ready.
next day, it was shown to the public.
Dang.
Yeah. So, so next thing you know, next day, it was shown to the public, and hold on.
Oh man.
Dang. No, it gets even worse. It gets even worse. So, hold on. Where was I again? So,
They were talking about released to the public.
yeah, so it was released to the public. The group called again the next day, and they were talking about how, they were calling, they called with a different number, and they asked if the money was ready. She didn't have the money yet, so the call ended. But during that time, during the phone call, that Pai Bingbing was asking if her daughter was still alive. She was still alive. She was still alive, but without the money, she might be killed. And having that pressure on you, especially with the media now knowing, and it gets even worse because later on, since the media knows, she's gathered, there's hundreds of reporters, journalists, helicopters all over her house. And I don't know if you guys know this, but there's this movie called High and Low by Akira Kurosawa, and it's sort of like the same thing where they have to pay a ransom and a crime is committed. But this is way worse because now the public knows, and you won't be surprised on how this ends because it's so annoying. So throughout the weeks, the days, the mother keeps getting phone calls from the perpetrators asking if the money.
The police didn't what year was this again?
19 somewhere there. No, there was a lot of dispatch.
I know, but still, I'm pretty sure back in that time they were able to record or track phone calls.
They were, and you'll see how they did it and how they were able to figure out who were the perpetrators, the ones that committed the crime and kidnapped Pai Xiaoyang. But right now, I'm just talking about her history with getting phone calls for the perpetrators. The perpetrators are asking, hey, is the money ready? She keeps saying no, ends call, so on and so forth. But there are days where she has the money. Actually, no. Yeah, she has the money. And what would happen is she would be directed to certain locations in Taipei or somewhere in Taiwan. But every time they would go for it, with the investigators hiding in disguise, right? Because she can't be there alone. Something might happen to her. Somehow, the reporters, the helicopters that are trying to record her, the news broadcasters, they somehow find her and track her down, which makes it unsuccessful. Because now they know where she is, the perpetrators don't want the money anymore. The ransom. The ransom isn't paid in debt. And then that keeps continuing over and over and over again.
Well, that's the media for you.
Yeah, the media does that like this is basically the reason why she died was because of the media. Partially because of the media, but also
Mainly
because
of the media.
yeah. And then it also has to do a lot with the case being so like disorganized here and there.
That's what it sounds like to me. It's really unorganized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like the media, there's like no classification of the, so everything just got blown out into the public.
And then there was
So who did they track down?
okay, so they were able to decode the numbers from the phone services they were using. It led to these three. It's actually three men. Wait, did I say men or three men? Three men, yeah. So it's Chin Sing. I apologize if I'm pronouncing them wrong, but it's Chin Sing, Ling Chun Shen, Cao Tian Min. So just Chin, Ling, and Cao. They were the ones responsible for the kidnapping, and they have a long criminal history. But I'm not sure about their criminal history. I don't know how they escaped. I don't know how they were out and about. But all I know is that they were responsible for this case.
So did they get like a death sentence? How much time did they get?
Yeah, you'll see. So, April 24th, 2 weeks. Again, because of the media, she was unsuccessful with the directions she was supposed to be. Like one of them, she was supposed to be near a stadium without the media knowing, without everyone knowing, but somehow when she was gonna go there with her car, the reporters, they were just there behind her, and it didn't work again. She was already tired with all the media. From the beginning, from the end, she was trying to save her daughter, but because of the media, it blocked her way. There was like a brick wall. She couldn't go through it, and it led to her death. So what happened was in April 24th, so that was like what, 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 weeks. 2 weeks after an investigation. They found her. Actually, well, let me explain. So she got another phone call again, but this time it was Pai Xiaoyun screaming, and that was the last time she was seen or ever heard, and it was the last time she was actually alive. And they saw her, what do you call this? I'm trying to... Hold on. Yeah, so... Oh no, it actually happened in April 28th. Yeah, April 28th. So that was like, what, 3.5 weeks? So they found her, they found her remains in a drainage ditch in Zhonggang-Dupai, which is like a part of Taiwan I don't really know about. And apparently, she's been dead for 10 days. And when the phone call happened... Oh wait, she was dead for 10 days before her discovery. Which means that the phone call she got wasn't even her.
So was she like chopped up? Was she just strangled?
Actually, it was mainly because of, what do you call this? It was strangulation, yeah. Strangulation and something about the stomach. I forgot. Stomach rupture. Yeah. So she was raped.
Raped, strangled, and they found her in a drainage ditch somewhere in Taiwan.
Yeah, with a dumbbell on her body.
Also, they would like keep her from floating up.
It gets even worse. That's not even the worst part. Next thing you know it, the media doesn't care. The media doesn't care. Next thing you know it, that there's a photo of her dead body. When this happened, there's a photo of her dead body. It was leaked to the entire country of Taiwan, without her permission, without her consent.
She's better.
Yeah, that's the media. The media will
What
always
is he
do
supposed
that.
to do? Sign up for my sister?
Well, I
I was
mean,
gonna say, look at those guys. They were across the nation within the first few days.
don't you find it a bit weird though? Like, why
No.
would you?
No.
That's
Again,
like,
it was a
'Cause it's the
leak.
media.
that's like the paparazzi.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
look at the Mendes brothers too. Like their
Yeah.
whole case was just media.
Yeah, and then Eric Davis and those guys, they were on
They
the
were-
air right
yeah.
away.
Well, see, now let's get into Eric Davis and them. Let's take a little break. Let's get into Eric Davis. Let's see what you have about Eric Davis.
Well,
But anyways, the three criminals, Lin, or what was it? Lin,
Chow,
Chow,
Cow,
and
Chow.
Sean.
Chow.
Both of them.
Are you hungry?
Both of them. Both of them committed
Do you want a
suicide.
snack?
Both of them committed suicide. The other one was executed.
But in jail or
Executed in jail. He was arrested
he was arrested?
because he was in I think it was Apache, a military Apache.
Wow.
Yeah, and then he was he was trying to kidnap another family. This time not just a single person but a family. But good thing he was before he was gonna do worse things to them, he was arrested.
Dang, that's
So-
crazy.
Yeah.
Just like Bentley's case. Bentley's case is crazy. Kind of defines Bentley. Let's get it going, Bentley.
All right, Bentley.
Alright,
What's
well,
yours about?
Eric David Harris and Dylan Klebold are the kids that shot up Columbine.
Yep.
They killed all these people.
I don't know if you can see it. Look.
Well, I did show
What do
it
you
in
think
one
I
of the
did?
live stream.
Was it good?
Well, Columbine took place on April 20th, 1999 in Colorado. Before the cops could get to them, they killed themselves, death by suicide.
Wait, who? Dave?
Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold.
Wait, I don't know how much of the call of the shooter. Is that the shooter?
Alright, yeah, it's a school shooting, it's Columbine, they killed 12 students and one teacher and wounded 24 others. It was one of the most deadliest school shooting, yeah. Yeah, and then Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold, they were claimed to be part of the trench coat mafia when they really weren't. They just wore black trench coats all the time. And then so they were bullied a lot, and that was one of the main reasons why they did this shooting, was because they were tired of being bullied. They were sexually attracted to each other.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was just the.
Those two guys were?
Yeah, I actually found it somewhere in here. They were
What's wrong with
attracted
that?
to each other.
Wait, off topic. Could I get that brownie? Wait, brownie. Is that the brownie?
Go get your bounty.
Wait, where's the brownie?
Anyways,
Alright.
Anyways, the shooting part was actually Plan B. Plan A was the wait. Plan A was to bring the library down to the cafeteria because it was a two-story building. Their library was right above the cafeteria. They made pipe bombs, but the biggest bombs were found in the cafeteria and on the main structure supports. That way, when they detonated, they took out those structure supports and the whole cafeteria would have been crushed, killing all 400 students
Damn.
and everybody who was in the cafeteria.
You ever watch that Batman movie?
Yeah.
Where he blows the whole stadium up?
oh yeah.
Oh, you mean Batman?
But the one with Bane in it?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
one.
Remember that running backs running through and all the ground spawn guys?
That would be you.
I would have fell in.
Ground would have just fell with you.
Yeah, the ground was falling because of me.
I think so, yeah.
Batman Rises.
Oh yeah,
Good.
Good.
But there's this Air Force pilot. I can't remember his name, but I seen a video, and he was talking about his story. He was one of the people that made it out, but when his friend was trying to hide out in the science room, and after his friend was still alive afterwards, but his friend told him that they're just blowing up, that they're trying to blow down the door with pipe bombs, shoot through the door. But honestly, with me, I don't understand why don't just shoot the hinges off.
High school girls basketball. You signed up for high school basketball.
He turned that up.
Okay, now that we all heard the announcement, let's get back to this Columbine.
Let's wrap it up, Bentley.
Sure. What was it? Now I'm lost. Ray, let's go to you. I'm lost.
Well, that's about
All the time we got.
This Mark, where you at? Our next episode, we'll just keep going on. Thanks Gabe for being here and talking about his case. And hey, we'll see you guys on the next episode. Remember to say no to drugs, just hugs.
And watch out for Bentley.
Man,
Watch out for everyone in this.
don't bully kids.
That never
That's the
gets
main
old. That
part.
will never
Don't
get old.
bully kids.
Or else,
Stay in school.
Just
get
don't
good
bully Bentley.
man.
I was.
grades. Good. All right.
You think I did good?
You did good, but you did good.